Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to another reaction video. Alright, today we are going to be watching a Patron's Choice movie. This is Children of Men. Okay, so this movie is directed by Alfonso Cuarón, and I believe the only movie that I've seen that he's directed before is actually the Harry Potter movie he did, which is Prisoner of Azkaban. And that was probably my favorite Harry Potter movie, so I'll take that as a good sign. But it says it stars Clive Owen and Julianne Moore, so good cast. And it came very, very highly recommended by people on Patreon, both when they originally were recommending it and then when it was on the poll for a choice. If you guys want to have a say in things I watch in the future, head on over to Patreon. Like I said, we do polls. You guys can give suggestions. I have full-length reactions, early access, exclusive stuff, all that fun stuff you can get on Patreon. And I want to give a quick shout out to my top tier supporters, Rudy and John. Thank you guys so much for the support. It really does help a lot more than you could know. If you guys just want to chill here on YouTube with me, that's always cool too. I appreciate anyone who subscribes. I'm hoping to get to 100K and get a silver play button one day. But also any likes, comments to help boost the video, get me in the algorithm a little bit always helps very much. So, alright, let's watch Children of Men. Here we go.
The Muslim community demands an end to the army's occupation of mosques.
After 8 years, British borders will remain closed.
Okay, so something big is going on all the way from Seattle to Britain.
The world was stunned today by the death of Diego Ricardo, the youngest person on the planet. Baby Diego was stabbed outside a bar in Buenos Aires after refusing to sign an autograph.
Sign an autograph? How old was the baby?
Born in 2009, he struggled all his life with the celebrity status thrust upon him as the world's youngest.
World's youngest person.
Diego Ricardo, the youngest person on the planet.
What has...
4 months, 20 days, 16 hours, and 8 minutes.
And this is set in 2027. What year was this movie made? Okay, so this is a future dystopia movie for sure, because apparently there's no children. We've stopped having children. They just said the youngest person on the planet just died, and that youngest person was 18. And they apparently called him Baby Diego all the time. I guess, okay, the title kind of makes sense now. Wow, that ringing after the explosion. Jesus. Ministry of Energy. Alright, okay. So there's chaos surrounding immigration and Homeland Security stuff in the US, all the way from Seattle. And I guess this is in the aftermath of people stopping having kids, no longer being able to have kids, for at least 18 years.
Diego Ricardo was a tragic reminder of the 18 years of infertility that humanity has endured, and its effect upon the world we now live in.
Wow.
The mantle of the world's youngest human has passed to a woman.
Who is now... Oh, also 18. Okay, so whatever happened around 18 years ago. That old people just stopped having children.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate it if I could finish my day's work at home.
Whoa. Are these riots everywhere because he died? Because the youngest... Jesus. The world has collapsed. What? Excuse me? Oh, it's a propaganda video. I see.
To hire, feed, or shelter illegal immigrants is a crime.
Jesus. Avoiding fertility tests is a crime. Jesus. It's so interesting to think about, because Handmaid's Tale is another situation where the futuristic dystopia has to do with humanity gradually losing the ability to have children. I'm curious as to why the disgust towards immigrants. I guess someone to blame, limited resources, you feel like. But the whole world is in the same situation. Oh, Michael Caine.
Come on.
Yeah, the whole world is in the same situation.
Every time one of our politicians is in trouble, a bomb explodes.
Whoa! There's cows, horses?
It was horrible. Baby Diego. come on. The guy was a wanker.
Pull my finger, quick, quick.
Oh, Jasper, no. Oh, fuck.
Ugh.
Illegal immigrants. Taking them to Bexhill.
Jesus.
Poor Fugees.
Fugees.
And finally making it to England. Our government hunts them down like cockroaches.
Wait, okay, so is it actually true that everywhere else in the world is in a much worse state? And that's why people want to immigrate to Britain, and that's why they're so pushing people out? Because I thought this Britain Soldiers On thing was just a propaganda video, but...
What about the one we had lunch with, Lauren?
That was ages ago. She decided to renounce. The renouncers flagellate themselves for the forgiveness of humanity.
Oh, right.
I guess a lot of cults would probably pop up. A lot of people would have religious
What'd you do on your birthday?
Nothing.
thoughts about this.
Same as every other day. Woke up, felt like shit.
That's called a hangover, amigo.
Jesus, that's bleak, but hey.
You could always come and live with us.
Yeah, but if I did that, I wouldn't have anything to look forward to.
I look forward to work and feeling like shit. Political oh wow. 90% no baby. Hope. Scientist. Okay, so he was a journalist. All foreigners now MI5 deny involvement in... Oh my...
Theo, you're a rebel with a lost cause.
They tortured his wife, who was a journalist. Jesus. Wait, where's his kid? Julianne Moore was his wife?
There have been no cases of anyone surviving who has taken the preparation.
What is the preparation?
Hands out suicide kits and antidepressants into rations. Ganja is still illegal.
What?
Most of my weed goes to Bexhill now.
That's the most unbelievable thing I've heard.
He does. It's a real job.
Immigration cop.
Bravo.
That makes perfect sense.
One of the many perks of having a refugee camp in the neighborhood.
I can't believe weed is still illegal.
What taste that?
Like the whole world fell apart, but no weed.
Cough.
Cough. This is strawberry cough. So, Human Project is having this dinner.
What's Human Project?
You know, even if these people existed with these facilities in secret locations, even if they discovered the cure for infertility, it doesn't matter.
Supposedly a group of scientists still trying to cure infertility.
It was too late before the infertility thing happened, for fuck's sake.
I'm still trying to tell a joke, man.
I mean, looking at the state of the world today, he might not.
The Human Project gives this great big dinner for all the scientists and sages in the world. They're tossing around theories. Why are women infertile?
Okay, so we have no idea why this has happened.
Some of them say it's genetic experiments, gamma rays. Why do you think we can't make babies anymore? I haven't the faintest idea, he said. But this stalk is quite tasty, isn't it?
Oh my god.
In the stalk.
I mean, what are you gonna do at the end of the world? Other than make jokes?
You okay, amigo?
My ears are still ringing from earlier.
Ah, wow. A little Zen music won't bother you then, will it?
This is his then. Those are quite the speakers. Okay, so I saw the picture of him with Julianne Moore and a kid. Where's his kid? The hell is this morning? Quietus. You decide when. So that's the suicide pills. The Human Project. Jesus, what are they bulldozing? Baby Diego Memorial. And we've been kidnapped
The Fishes are at war with the British government
by a
until they
terrorist
recognise
group.
equal rights for every immigrant in
Oh,
Britain.
an anti-fascist group,
But don't do anything stupid.
perhaps.
It isn't safe.
Do it.
Hello, Theo.
That's Julianne Moore.
It's me, Theo. It's Julian.
You scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry about...
What is with the newspapers
Fantastic. Couldn't be better.
and the lights? Is some sort of interrogation room?
We don't bomb the government. That's what they do to spread the fear.
What about Liverpool?
False flag.
After Liverpool, we stopped bombing. It's all you ever used to do.
That was 20 years ago.
Interesting.
I'm a lot more successful now.
Yeah, you look like you're really doing well. How you were talking yesterday.
You smoking?
Yeah, it's not working. Were your parents in New York when it happened?
Yeah.
What happened to New York?
I need your help. I need transit papers. Not for me. I need to get her to the coast, past security checkpoints.
I haven't seen you for nearly 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Can you do it?
I don't see how.
The government finances his Arc of the Arts. He has access to papers.
That who Michael Caine is? Cousin?
I can get you 5,000 pounds. I know you need the money.
I don't fucking need your money.
Right. My mistake.
Oh! 20 years.
You know that ringing in your ears? That's the sound of the ear cells dying, like their swan song.
Jesus.
Never hear that frequency again. Enjoy it while it lasts.
That was crazy the way that was filmed and with the echoing.
They've begun telling tales because we'll be watching you. When you have a piss, we'll be watching.
Alright, calm down, guy.
It was Julian's idea bringing you here. She put herself at great risk. Now, you know about the $5,000 we can offer you.
Hey! It's another excellent actor.
Oh, here you are. Bus fare.
Bus fare. Suspicious. Reported. Feeling old. Forever young medical surgery. Avoiding... That was the fertility test thing. We already saw that. Of course, I'm sure in a world where there's no children or young people, plastic surgery trying to look young is even more significant. Here's more cults. Infertility is God's punishment. Really? Those guys are still going?
The purple piper plays.
And now where is he going right now? Wow.
For the court of the crimson.
Jesus, where the hell is he?
You got something in your teeth.
Arc of... This is his cousin. Okay, I thought that Michael Caine is a bit old to be his cousin. But this place is, okay, really, like, intensive security and really... Wow. Alright, so they've taken things from all over the world, I guess.
Couldn't save La Pietà. Smashed up before we...
I mean, it's British, so they're British people. That's what the British Museum is, right?
My mum had a plastic one in the bathroom.
Good to see you, Theo.
Wow, there really are a lot of famous people in this.
We got to keep Las Molinas and a few other Velasquez. That thing in Madrid was a real blow to art.
Not to mention people. Give them a best.
Yes.
Jesus, look at this place. He's Minister of Arts or something?
Well, the thing is, I met this girl.
Cute?
Beautiful.
Is it serious?
Very.
Wow, this is how he's gonna try to get these papers? By pretending that it's a girl he's into?
I don't think he's gonna make it. I've got money. I was just hoping that you might...
And who is this guy? Is this his nephew? The kid with the...
I was hoping you could get us the transit papers to get to the coast.
Alex, take your pills. Alex?
Is he just like that absorbed in his games and shit? Because that wouldn't be too off current time either.
I just don't know who else to ask.
And what are these pills?
You kill me. 100 years from now, there won't be one sad fuck to look at any.
Yeah, that's...
What keeps you going?
I just don't think about it.
That's a statement. I'm sure that would be the case with a lot of people, right? That's how they would cope with the situation, just try not to think about it. But it is so interesting. Why are they so focused on preserving all of these artistic masterpieces from around the world when there will be no people around in 100 years? Dog races are still happening, I guess. And gambling.
Have you seen this dog?
Oh, so that's why he needs money. He's a gambling addict. Guess that's how he copes. Wow, it is interesting. Look at, like, there's no young people.
He's the plumber. To hire, feed, or shelter illegal immigrants is a crime. Protect Britain.
Yes, protect Britain.
Did you get the papers?
Lovely to see you, too.
I really appreciate this.
It's like, don't we have bigger concerns?
Except we're the old farts now.
I have to assume that their kid is dead.
It's hard for me to look at you.
Yeah.
He had your eyes.
Since he said they hadn't seen each other in 20 years.
You know, I never understood how you got over it so quickly.
Got over it.
I think I got over it? No one could get over it. I live with it.
You always carried his memory like a ball.
You fucking know
I
about
always
my
carried
memories. You don't know.
Oh, God.
It's what you always do. When it gets tough, you walk away.
This is our stop.
I wonder if, because that would have only been a couple years before all the infertility, I wonder if, like, a lot of young kids born in those few years leading up to it were also likely to die or be sick.
So why did you come to me? You could have found other ways to get transit papers.
I trust you.
And what happens after?
Well, you take a train back. It'll be safer.
No, I mean, what happens to us?
I don't know. Theo, come on. You came for the money.
Did I?
Hey, I mean, my guy, I'm gonna, maybe, if you, like, want to fully join her organization, fully go over to that side, then maybe she'll be happy to restart something. But she's clearly a true believer.
Take you down to the first checkpoint on the Canopy Road. And you and Key are on your own.
The afternoon is looking good here on Radio Avalon.
Hey! You're snoring.
Back when we thought the future was a good thing.
Anyone know if there's a hotel around here? Julian promised me a little bit of action.
You still like it in the afternoon?
Flirting after 20 years reunion.
You told me he was suave. One kid's a drunk.
He's suave.
You were the activist. I just wanted to get laid.
One time, the police came to throw us out.
So what happened? It was after their child died? It fell apart.
The coffee was spiked with ketamine.
I don't know, man. That sounds like an activist.
Oh, fuck off. You gotta be kidding.
You know how many people I've tried this
I
with?
don't wanna know.
What is this?
Out of the hundreds.
Hundreds?
You are still the
I'm not doing it.
one. Yes, you are.
Hilarious!
Wow.
Do it again!
There was no cuts. How much did they practice that?
Julian,
oh, wow.
that's disgusting. Look out!
Jesus!
Oh!
Go!
It's on fire.
I'm not gonna make
It's
it.
on fire.
Jesus! Right.
I'm sorry. Is this car thing all one shot? Why are they being attacked? Just roving bands of violent people. Oh, look out! Hey!
She's bleeding! She's bleeding! She's bleeding everywhere!
Shit. Oh my god.
Julia! Jesus Christ! It's the cops. Are they coming back?
I saw lights. This really is one shot. Oh my god. She really is dead.
Stop! No, stop!
Oh my god. This is still one shot.
Hands on the steering wheel! Calm down, tell me what's happened! Call for assistance!
Why did you do that?
Get in the fucking car!
Oh my fucking god. These just like roving bands of people that are out to attack anyone that comes into their area, and then they also have to worry about the police, and she's dead! And that was really all what— how the fuck did they do that with the camera in there? Oh my god. What is this?
Shanti, shanti, shanti.
May all the ascended beings, the bodhisattvas and saints of all country aid our beloved.
I guess that covers all the religions, huh? Jesus Christ. Like you get reunited with your former, presumably, wife after— oh, Jesus. Presumably the love of your life after 20 years, and you start— it seemed like they were falling right back into it, and Jesus. You gotta do this now, right? She died for it. A beautiful shot. Dreary and horrible, but beautiful. Now where are we going? Safe house?
I already called and told them the situation. We'll be safe here. Fishers are coming in to vote for a new leader.
She was their leader. Oh, wow. Okay, that's actually kind of frightening, because then there could be some sort of power vacuum.
Emily, Tomash, this is Key. They need to wash up and rest.
How about Julian's mate?
Julian's mate. An interesting phrase, mate. They did have a child together, so technically was a mate. I bet that's much more significant now.
I'll take care of this.
As head fishers, we need to make a choice now.
I'm curious about the choice of the name Fishes.
I'm in charge of watching you. Why? Well, I'm going back to London tomorrow.
They kill you.
Where are you from?
Poland.
This your place?
My missus. She's a cod.
Fishes.
Key would like a word with you. She's in the barn.
For a refugee group, I guess, is their primary thing.
Our new leader. Look.
All right. That guy was driving them, right?
I'll be right outside.
And why does she wish to talk to him?
You know what they do to these cows? They cut off their tits. Only leave 4. 4 tits fits the machine. Why not make machines that talk 8 titties, eh?
It's interesting that factory farms are still around.
Julian told me about your baby. Said his name was Dylan. She said if anything goes spooky, I should talk to you. Said you'd get me to the boat.
What boat?
The Tomorrow.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm sure your friends can take care of you.
But Julian said only trust you.
It's interesting.
What's going on?
You can't leave.
Key, I'm in a lot of trouble myself. I'm sorry.
Wait.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
She's pregnant. Wow, no wonder. No wonder.
Please help me.
Can you imagine that? No babies in the entire world in 18 years.
Are you all right?
She wanted him to know. She has the right.
When you're ready, come inside. Everybody's arrived.
She's pregnant.
Jeez. I mean, now you know why she was willing to die. But so, where are they trying to get her to is a question. And for what? Like...
His terrorist leader, Julian Taylor, was killed today in a gun battle with police near Canterbury.
Huh. But it wasn't police that killed her. What the f***?
It's just a matter of time before they identify the
I
rest
guess
of
they
us.
decided just
Which
to...
includes you, Thea.
I see.
He's not one of us.
I want him here.
The animals like him.
Now, we all agreed to deliver Key.
Gotcha.
But now we've got to reevaluate that position.
No, there's no need. We move forward with the original plan. And this baby is the flag that could unite us
said
all.
we'd
Never use this baby for political purposes.
Give people hope, right? Give people hope.
You should make it public. She's pregnant.
And then the government will say, well, we were wrong. Fuji's are humans too.
She needs a doctor.
You really don't
Look, I mean, that's actually probably true. Actually, he's 100% correct.
Why don't we explain to Mr. Fan what they do to immigrants in this country?
I mean, they're definitely right, aren't
The
they?
government. You told me you would get me to the Human Project. You promised me.
No, they're right. That is what would happen.
I don't think it's safe to try and reach the coast now.
Then what the hell would they do with her? Probably lock her up somewhere and have her be a broodmare, like those cows.
Find a way to get you to the Human Project.
Could take months to get back in touch with them.
You're not even in touch with them. So how do you know that they're still there and safe? And what is their plan? I guess they're going to use her blood and test to see if there's something about her that can help.
I think you need proper care.
Oh, brilliant.
She has proper care.
I have my baby here. Then you get me to the Human Project.
We need to organise safe houses.
Is the Human Project
No, you can't keep moving
at the other
around.
side? Oh, it is a good sign. The dog, the kittens, they all love him. The people that actually attacked them were not police. So who are they? Just roving bands of violent people?
The fucking police everywhere. We're dying in the forest. He's been treated for hours.
They were their people! They were their people! The motorcycle? Are you fucking kidding me?
What the f*** are you doing here? Fucking...
You have a first aid kit, medicine?
He was part of it?
Yeah, bring it to the barn. For God's sake, hide the motorcycle.
So the ship plan was only Julian's. Holy shit. They were trying to kill Julian? So they are planning on...
If the girl even suspects we killed Julian. What was I supposed to do?
Julian was trying to get her out, and they want to keep the baby for their political purposes. I see. And they're lying to the girl.
Sunrise, sit down, Patrick.
Jesus.
Be proud to know that because of the two of you, the uprising,
Wow.
you have a break protocol again. I'll have to kill you.
Jesus. He's got to get her out of there, right? He knows that Julian died. for that. And she said only to trust him.
Luke killed Julian. They want your baby. They killed Julian, they're gonna kill me. We have to leave. We have to go. Miriam!
She might be a part of it. She might be a part of it.
Stop it! Stop it! Bother you! I'm going with him. Miriam, you can stay if you want.
How do you know if she's not a part of it? She'll warn them. I'm sorry, I don't trust her. I feel like she's gonna sound the alarm. I mean, I kind of understand, like, their end goal, sort of, but...
Yeah. Looks bloody fucking awful. He's not gonna make it.
Of course he's not gonna make it. Hey, Samir.
Looking for one that has keys? Is he about to hotwire this thing? Oh no, he's ripped. Oh, so they can't follow. He's smart, and this man is a smart man. I guess I was wrong. Miriam, I apologize. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. This whole one shot too? I haven't seen a cut. Oh yeah, they can't shoot. She's in there.
Stop the fucking car! Get down! Get down!
It's true, they can't shoot. The car won't start. How's he supposed to go faster? Jesus Christ, this car's a piece of junk. Oh god. Oh god! Nice. Come on, car, let's fucking go.
No!
That's bad.
Miriam!
Jump start the car! Holy f— Oh my god.
Stop! Alright, just push, you push!
It shoots. Oh god.
We have to wait for him! Now!
Go, go, go!
Jesus. The only thing that's saving them is that they can't shoot because they can't risk her. Holy f— But now what? Now what? Now they're gonna be looking for you. The cops are gonna be looking for you. They gotta go to Michael Caine's. Jesus. The cars are all falling apart, pieces of shit. Like, why are so many of the animals, the livestock, burned? The messed up part of this is I can kind of see what they're saying, that if they have the baby... Oh no! No! He killed her and himself, didn't he? The suicide pills, he took them to... Oh my god.
Jasper.
He brought him out here for one last goodbye, and then he killed her and himself. Oh! Oh my fucking god!
Fuck you.
Jesus Christ!
Bit of bread, poison the rest. It's not bullshit what they say.
You scared the shit out of me! Oh.
But tomorrow, it's a hospital ship disguised as a fishing boat. They'll take us to the Human Project.
Did you know that the Human Project is supposed to have a community?
Supposed to?
It's a sanctuary. That's where they'll take us, Kate.
Is this all just based on rumor, hope, belief?
The boys en route at sunset. So that'll be tonight at Windsor and then...
Like, did Julian know this?
Your baby is the miracle the whole world's been waiting for. Shanty, shanty, shanty.
Where is he going? Well, now we have to resort to flip-flops now? I'm so curious though. Like, do they know for a fact that these people on this boat will take them to the Human Project, and that the Human Project, even that it still exists, and that they'll really be able to do anything? It seems like it's just a lot of faith and hope. I could be wrong. Julian might have known more.
I've never seen a pregnant woman before.
Wow.
But I knew.
But she is young, too.
Felt like a freak. I didn't tell nobody.
Anyone like around her age would have grown up with nobody having babies.
Quietest thing. Supposed to be suave. Pretty.
She thought about killing herself. Wow.
Okay. I found your boat.
Great.
How?
We get ourselves arrested.
Oh, Jesus.
No, Sid, this border guard I sold pot to, has agreed to get us into Bexhill. We break into prison.
We kid.
This is a hell of an interesting plan. All trusting a border guard who you sell pot to. Broly. Man, animals really do love him.
Everything is a mythical cosmic battle.
Look, Julian and Theo.
Yeah, there you go. Julian and Theo met among a million.
No, she sees the picture.
But they were there because of what they believed in the first place, their faith. They wanted to change the world, and their faith kept them together.
And their loss broke them apart.
Dylan was born.
This is him?
Yeah, that's it. He'd have been about your age, magical.
Wow, this is a hell of a scene with him.
He was their sweet little dream.
I'm just listening to this.
Little legs, little feet.
And the slowly getting closer.
Little lungs. In 2008, along
Wow.
came the flu pandemic.
Oh.
And then by chance, he was gone.
Oh, Jesus.
Why bother if life's going to make its own choices?
But you know.
Everything happens for a reason is a crazy thing to say. Yeah. Faith lost out to chance. But Julian didn't give up on it. She still had faith. This is an alarm. Oh no!
It's the alarm. Someone's breaking in.
Oh no. Oh no. It's them.
Jasper, hurry up!
It's them. I guess at least it's not the cops. Oh, he's not gonna go with them.
What are you talking about?
Wait for Sid in the old school.
He's not going. He can't leave his wife.
No, Jasper, you're coming.
You need time.
Oh,
We'll stall
God.
him or send him the wrong way. It's the best idea. Go on.
They're gonna kill you. They're gonna kill him. He probably doesn't care.
Tell Sid he's a fascist pig.
Oh God. They are gonna kill them. They are definitely gonna kill them. He's gonna take that, isn't he? He fucking, my God.
It's gone.
So they can't talk and they can't hurt her.
In the darkest, no one knows.
Oh my God. That really breaks my heart. Oh no, he's going to watch. Of course they were watching Theo for a while. That makes perfect sense.
It's a dead woman and dog inside. They're going to Beck's Hill.
You tell me the fucking reason in that.
It's all part of
Oh my God, don't say that. This is the absolute worst time to say that.
Jasper?
It's fine.
I was gonna say, why didn't he just take it himself too? But maybe he didn't have enough, or maybe he thought he could distract them longer. But he knew that eventually they were gonna kill him, but he thought maybe he could distract them. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, the animals. Everything is fucking hell. It's like a... You know, I was talking about the original Mad Max was kind of like a in the midst of the world falling apart movie. And that's this too. We don't skip right into post-apocalyptic. We're in the midst of the apocalypse slowly happening. And it's just a very... better than a person. What is he looking for in here? Just a place to stay for the night, or...
3 of my patients miscarried in 1 week. Others were in their 5th
Oh,
and
God.
6th month. Managed to save 2 of the poor babies. Next week, 5.
Yeah, so it was a gradual...
As the sound of the playgrounds faded, the despair set in.
No more little kids. Yeah, I guess for a little while there were still little kids around, people would still not completely come to terms with it.
I was there at the end.
Now you're going to be there at the beginning.
This movie is just giving me anxiety the entire time.
I'm looking for Sid.
Oh, no. Oh.
You're a fascist pig.
It's like a password.
Say it again.
Sid! You're a fascist pig.
Oh my God, he's insane. All right, he's insane. He's insane.
Come on.
Oh my God.
It was Jasper's idea, you know. The whole password thing. Sid could get it a lot cheaper from the gangs, but Sid likes to deal with Jasper. Sid doesn't know why you want to get in.
But, you know, he likes Jasper, so he's gonna help you. Oh my god. This guy is insane.
Hey! Send me a postcard.
You guys make sure to stay together. They're hungry. How long has it been since they've been given any food? Watching this right now, some of the stuff that's going on in our own country is difficult.
How do we know that Luke and his mob haven't intercepted it?
Contact with the Human Project is done by mirrors. Julian was our mirror. They contact one of our people. That person contacts someone else, and so on till word gets to Julian. She tells Luke.
Only Julian did.
Don't fucking tell me you never actually talked to them.
And Julian actually didn't talk to them either. She talked to a mirror who talked to another mirror. So again, it's like I said, they don't actually know for certain that this is real.
You sure this is normal?
Shouldn't be this free.
Unless she's about to go into labor. Oh god. Jesus, look at that, where they're taking them. This refugee camp is gonna be fucking hell, isn't it?
The water's broke. The baby's coming.
Oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell are they doing to people? How are they gonna hide she's pregnant?
What's wrong with you?
St. Gabriel, help us!
Shut up! Rot you up! Out!
St. Gabriel, come to our aid!
Oh god!
Keka! What? Piss! Piss! Keka!
Oh god. Now they took Miriam. She saved her though. Oh god, Miriam. She's not okay. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna kill her? Are they gonna kill those people in the hoods?
Take it off!
Jesus. Yeah, let's just rob them first. Yeah, this is supporting. This is supporting, alright. People looking for family that they've lost.
Leave the girl alone.
Who the fuck are you to tell me what to
Fuck
do?
off!
Come on, you got room, food, place. What do you need?
Fine,
See something, man.
It's gotta find the right girl. The right woman, anyway. Everyone's family members that are missing. This is the lady, right? With the dog.
Marika?
Oh my god! They're warming themselves over the bodies that they have to burn themselves. I told you this place was gonna be f***ing hell. Look at this fucking place. And the noise.
Okay, there's a bed. Easy. Thank you.
You need that light. Keep the light, yes. Take the light. Oh, you gotta pay for the light, yeah. Jesus Christ. You have water or anything? He's gotta deliver her baby. Oh my god. Then what the hell are they gonna do? They can't sneak a baby out of here, can they? The baby will cry. I don't know if this plan is...
Everything's okay.
Do something!
Did they kill those people that they took out and put in hoods and stripped down too? Or were they torturing them? What were they doing? Were they just separating them off because they thought they were non-compliant? Like, I feel like they were killing them. We saw bodies.
Breathe out and push. Push.
The alcohol. It's his alcohol. To clean his hands, hey. Yeah, better than getting drunk. Good thing he had that, I guess.
That's it. Key, I can see the head. I can see the head. The head's coming out. That's it. You're nearly there. You're nearly there.
The sound of the dogs are getting crazier. Oh god. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Is he alive? Oh my god, he's not moving. Oh god. Oh!
Key, you've got to go.
Aren't we supposed to cut the cord?
Yeah, it's okay. There's no rush.
You still gotta get the placenta out, too.
You've done it. See? It wasn't that bad.
Easy for you to say! Good. I guess it's a good thing it's really loud there all the time, right? Because they'd... Look at all that blood. Oh god, you've got to hide that baby.
Who is it? The King of England. Open the door, you asshole. It's Sid. How can you sleep through when the whole city's gone to hell?
What is happening out there?
A few hours ago, a bomb blew a hole in the fence. Some foodies got out. Sid happens
Wow.
to know. The hole in the fence isn't about foodies getting out. It's about fishes.
Oh no, they're there for them.
Sid also happens to know that the army's going to blow the shit.
Of course the army doesn't care, right? The army doesn't care about them, of course. You can't hide that baby, come on. Of course the army's just gonna blow them to hell and not give a shit since they're a bunch of refugees.
Let me see. Let me see. It's okay. Let me see.
Please help them.
Jesus Christ.
Please just help them.
Jesus Christ.
Please.
Let's get it up. We need to go.
Can you help us get a boat?
Yeah. Just get it up. We need to go. We need to go now.
What? What's she saying?
Fuck knows.
She doesn't want us to go.
She's saying don't trust Sid. She's saying don't trust Sid. She's saying don't trust Sid. She's saying he's bad. Oh god.
You people are first class commodities.
She was right.
Shut the fuck up.
She was right. You can't trust him. Jesus Christ, that's gonna bring so many more! Yes! Oh god, she can barely walk! You gotta hurry. He's coming. You gotta go! Oh god! Guess he reloaded.
Go!
Kill him! Woo! Take the gun! Fine. Forget the gun. Just... Oh my god, I forgot he was still wearing the goddamn flip-flops! Oh, Jesus. Draw. You guys, the government is gonna come and bomb the shit out of you! I mean, I get it, though. Wow, and everybody's carrying all their different flags and chants from all the different places they're from. She's saying you have to show him. You have to. You have to. That you need their help. Look at all the birds. Oh my god, look at the little dress they made for her.
I want to call her.
Bazooka is another crazy name, girl.
You don't like it?
I was getting used to Froley.
What are these names? What are these names, girl?
Human project? Real? Better be.
Right? It's still a hope. Oh. That man's a hero for giving you those shoes, too. Wow. That was a hell of a transition to that. The sound. Oh god. Oh no, not these guys.
Don't kill him! Don't kill him!
Key.
She doesn't want to be with you.
You'll be safe now.
You'll be safe now? She doesn't want to be with you, asshole.
Do it.
No. Look around you. It's the uprising. Not in front of the gun. Wait till we get round the corner and do them all. Come on!
The uprising and you're gonna shoot the refugees? You're the f***ing uprising? Oh god. Has this all still been one shot? I hear a tank. Oh god. Oh! Oh my god. These f***ing assholes. You're supposed to be all about an uprising to help refugees, and you're the one killing. I told you I heard a tank. Oh, God. And you motherfuckers are firing a tank at the first baby born in 18 years. They don't care! I can't believe the way this is filmed. Oh! Oh, God! I want that guy to die. That f***ing guy. Push him out the window. Good. Thank you. They all hear the baby crying. Oh, Jesus!
I was carrying the baby up the stairs. They're so tiny.
Julian was wrong! She thought it could be peaceful! But how can it be peaceful when they try and take away your dignity? We need him, Phil! We need the baby! We need him!
It's a girl, Luke.
I had a sister.
You can't shoot! Are you kidding? They all just want to see the baby. They just hear the baby. That's all they care about. Jesus, they're not even getting down and protecting themselves because it's that important to them. Yeah, that's a... The soldiers. Yeah.
Stop! Cease fire! Cease firing!
Yeah, even the soldiers. Nobody knows what to do, they just want to see. Oh my God, they really just went back to shooting. Jesus Christ.
Marika.
They really just went back to... Wow. That's a shot. And there's a cut. To just have to hope. You just have to row out and hope.
You okay?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah?
I'm not.
What a day.
We're too late, aren't we?
No, we're fine. They'll come back.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, they're about to go bomb. They're about to go bomb.
I'm bleeding. Jesus, shit, I'm bleeding.
No,
I'm bleeding
me.
everywhere.
Oh.
You got me.
Bad.
Keep her close, Key. It's gonna be okay. She's probably got wind. Winder.
Tap. Yeah, she wouldn't know.
Let's tap her back.
Dylan. I'll call my baby Dylan. It's a girl's name too.
Oh, please let them come.
Theo! Debo! It's okay. safe now.
That's the end. Wow, the sound of children. Oh, all right, guys. That was Children of Men, and as you can see, that messed me up quite a bit. That movie. Oof. That was certainly a heavy one. That was a fantastic film. Phenomenal, incredibly well made, powerful, devastating, horrifying. I How do I say this? I don't know if I think it's been a while since I watched a movie that depressed me as much as this one, despite having some also beautiful, hopeful moments. This was an incredibly depressing movie all the way through, and emotionally devastating. You know, I've talked quite a bit in some of my recent reactions about the fact that for the past couple of months, I've been doing a lot of reactions to what you would call dystopian movies, future dystopian movies, post-apocalyptic movies. And there have been a lot of them thinking back on it, and some of them are more, you know, sci-fi oriented, some more action oriented, horror oriented. This one was very unique and a much more human drama. You know, I watched the Mad Max movies, Total Recall, RoboCop, Dread. I think there's more too. I think there's even more, but Long Walk. But more. There's been a lot. We'll just say that there's been a lot. But I would have to say, out of all of them, this was the most, I feel like, grounded or realistic portrayal of what you could definitely imagine truly happening. A realistic and messed up dystopia. And that's certainly part of the reason I feel like that it hits so hard. I don't remember exactly when this movie was made, but it is set in 2027, which of course is only 1 year from now. And it's hard watching this, partially because, yes, we don't have a situation where suddenly everyone's infertile, but with the state of the world right now and all of the things that are happening, you can imagine this not being a scenario like this, maybe not from infertility, but from something else, not being that far off in the future, and in fact, not far off from what's happening in a lot of places, just for different reasons. Yeah. But this certainly, like I said, is probably the most realistic dystopia that you can imagine this very easily in the real world. And it's so interesting to think about the concept of humanity's end coming about because of infertility. And you know, I mentioned Handmaid's Tale early on in the reaction about how, again, this isn't the first and only instance of a dystopian future story revolving around that idea, even though Handmaid's Tale isn't total infertility, it's majority of women being infertile. So then the fertile women, of course, are taken and bred. They're bred against their will. They're raped. They're turned into broodmares for wealthy people. And they even did talk about in here how if the government was to get a hold of Key and her child, they wouldn't just, you know, publicly admit that the first child, the miracle child, came from a refugee and just let Key raise her and take care of them. No, they would take that baby away, and that they say it came from a wealthy British couple, and then they would probably disappear Key and try to make her have more children. In very Handmaid's Tale. But it is, as horrifying as it is an interesting dystopian story idea because of what it does, what that would do to a society. I feel like is very unique from a lot of the other, we get a lot of things that are post-nuclear apocalypse or environmental crisis or, something along those lines, or plague being the major causes of societal collapse, and then you see people trying to live in the aftermath of that and picking up the pieces. But this idea is fascinating, not only because of what the collapse of society under those conditions would look like in comparison to other apocalyptic scenarios, but because of the fact that if this change hadn't happened, if you don't suddenly have a miracle baby and the hope for more babies in the future, this one comes with the certain knowledge that all humanity will be dying out. And the majority of dystopian stories we see, it's like the survivors are focusing on surviving, but they also, are having babies and trying to think up a future and how can we live in what is left of the world. This is not this. This does have how can we live in what is left of the world, but with no hope of a future at all. And a knowledge that 100 years from now, there will be no humans on Earth, that all humanity will be gone. And what exactly would that sort of societal collapse look like? And how would it be different? Well, for one thing, a lot of people would, I think the suicide pills the government suicide provided is insanely realistic. You have a lot of people out there that would just completely see no reason to continue going forward, just lose hope, and even if they had their own children and their children lived, you could see it in the story that Miriam was telling about no longer having the sounds of children, no more children on the playgrounds once all the kids of that age aged out and there was no one anymore, and the despair starts to set in. And you could see it in the horror the whole world felt about the 18-year-old who was the youngest person being killed, and just, I think that that loss of hope would do a lot to really destroy the world. So I didn't think at first when they said that Britain alone continues on and all these other places have just completely fallen into chaos and you see bombs exploding and everything. I thought that was just propaganda, and I think probably still to some extent it is propaganda, in that, Britain obviously isn't just carrying on happily. They are an authoritarian, fascistic police state. And I imagine there are other parts of the world that are probably quite similar, but they've managed to keep some sort of thing going, and I guess their argument is a lot of other places fell into more direct forms of chaos. But you could see how you can imagine a scenario where pretty much most places in the world just fall into authoritarianism before everything completely falls apart. Because, of course, there will always be some people that just try to think, you know what, I'm going to take what power I can get. There's no future. I'm not going to have children and a family to carry on my legacy. I'm just going to take what power and wealth I can get and what pleasures I can get in the time that we have. And I'm going to make sure that no one else takes that away from me. And then you'd have the religious people who would feel like this is some sort of curse and maybe, you know, blame others for this happening, and they want to use violence against those people that they blame. You'd have people who lose hope and just turn to anger, and you think of a scenario where you're someone who maybe is living with anger, a lot of anger and unhappiness in your life all the time anyway, and maybe you just have someone that you despise, like you have just a neighbor that you despise, and suddenly now there's never going to be any more children. You realize that humanity is doomed. A lot of people are just going to go and like say, fuck it, and I'm going to just kill that person that I hate. And you can see that same scenario in terms of groups going to war against each other, you know, going to war over resources. You know, there's no concern left about protecting necessarily, of protecting things for the future, of preventing war and saving lives for the sake of the future, of protecting the land for the sake of the future. There's nothing left. So there will be a lot of people that fall into just hedonism, a lot of people that will fall into violence, and a lot of people that will just not care that that's happening to themselves or others and just despair and give up. And then on the other side of it, you will have people like his cousin who just, I try not to think about it. They just, especially more wealthier people or people with some power who could insulate themselves as much as possible as long as they can, will just say, I try not to think about it. And I just go on as best I can and just have that kind of apathy. So you can see how this sort of dystopia would be quite different from most of the ones that you see imagined or depicted, where people are, you know, fighting for something. In this instance, fighting for a vision of the future or a hope of the future. And that is nowhere to be found in here until this, until the child. And it's so interesting to think about before the birth. You had terrorist groups who were basically anti-authoritarian groups that were fighting for refugees who are swarming into the country to not be locked up in these horrific, horrible conditions and killed and starved and harmed and everything that we see happening to them. Fighting for them to just be allowed to stay in. And I feel like I would have a lot of sympathy for that position in this scenario where you feel like, you know, humanity's going to end and people are trying to escape from war zones to somewhere that's somewhat safer, maybe. So they're trying to come here because currently here it's somewhat safer, somewhat, not great, but somewhat. And, you know, shouldn't we all be just having compassion and helping each other through what little time for humanity is left and not, you know, dividing ourselves up by these factions that are a part of a world that no longer exists. And if you were to do such a thing, then maybe that would be a more conducive environment for things like this human project, for, you know, have scientists from around the world still come together to try to figure out what went wrong and if they can figure out something for the future. But on the other side of the argument, you could say, and I'm sure this is exactly how they end up with the state they do in Britain, that if you just allow everyone to swarm in, that will also include people that want to just destroy everything. Those people I was talking about earlier who not only have given up hope, but have turned into a complete darkness and saying, I'm going to just either take out everyone I disagree with or who have fallen into religious mania and say that they want to punish the people they think are responsible, and maybe that's British people or whatever. You risk letting those people in and then them killing more people and doing more damage. So you could see how people would be swayed by that and how it would easily fall into this sort of horrific scenario. Especially given, like, we live in our current society. What's currently happening with a lot of immigrants? There's so many people in this country that were easily enough convinced that that is not only okay, but good. And we don't live in a country where this shit is happening. You know, we are not currently in an end times where no one's having babies and where half of the world is blowing itself up and refugees are trying to come here because they're at risk of all the refugees are trying to come here because they're at risk of extreme violence, and there's a risk that some of them coming in are going to bring that extreme violence here. We're not like this on the way to apocalyptic society. You know, we're just a society with problems, and even now people are so easily convinced that it's okay to treat immigrants like they're subhuman and just ship them off. And so it's very believable that most of society would be like the cousin and say, I try not to think about it and just let this happen, or be like even actively in favor of this sort of thing happening. Like, you could easily see how it would come to pass. And so you have to, on the one hand, have a lot of understanding for the fishes as a whole, and you see why Julian gave her whole life to this cause and why Luke is so passionate about trying to get the baby for them as a symbol, because he thinks this will be a way to have some sort of power over the government to be better towards the refugees. That's the argument anyway. Like, you can understand how everyone here arrived at the ideas that they hold and what they're going for. And you can have a lot of respect for a lot of them. But at the same time, it just... What's the solution? Like... It's so hard because what Clive Owen's character originally said was just, and I was saying that too, is just tell everyone, just show everyone that the baby exists. Everyone will be so happy. This restores hope. It brings hope back to the world. It makes people think that maybe we should take a breath and look around us and see what the fuck we're doing and stop and think, you know, maybe we should be coming together and focusing on seeing if maybe more babies can come and we can see why she was able to have a child and study it and all that. But you look beyond that and you see how it will quickly fall apart. And I think that was very perfectly represented by the scenes during that ridiculously long one-shot, by the way. I have no idea how that was done. It was absolutely insane. During the battle in the refugee camp, where first all of the refugees and then all of the soldiers, everyone just stops what they're doing when they hear the baby crying. They're so overwhelmed that this fight, it's like a moment of clarity to everyone. They don't care about anything else. They're just, here's a baby, a sound of a baby crying, and a baby exists. And suddenly this battle doesn't matter. Their orders don't matter. The fact that they're supposedly enemies to each other doesn't matter. This is all that matters. And the hope and the feeling behind that. But then just as quickly, once the baby's out of their sight, they go back to killing each other. And I think that's a pretty solid small-scale representation of what Clive Owen's argument was of just show everyone, tell everyone, why that wouldn't be enough. Because the things that led to this, a lot of the feelings, the antagonism, the hatred, the distrust, the rips in humanity and society that allowed us to get to here were already there before infertility happened. They were all like lying there beneath the surface, already causing problems, and that was just the catalyst that led to a spark of everyone to go further into that, I suppose. And all you would then have is people eventually fighting over the baby, right? Because you'd have the fishes who wanted the baby as leverage against the government for their cause. And you have to wonder about how many of them even were that truly committed to the cause, since they were themselves killing refugees in order to try and get the baby. The very people you're supposed to be so fighting for. And then you would have the government, which again would want the child and would, yes, probably do research into trying to figure out, you know, how this happened, and maybe we can have more, and maybe eventually they'd want to be hopeful. But then you'd also have all these people that have been in power for a long time and have been used to being in power and having an iron grip. And what are they going to do? They've been putting out messages, anti-refugee messages. What are they going to say? They're not going to say that this came from a refugee. They're going to take the baby, they're going to turn her into a broodmare. It's going to be a little Handmaid's Tale, small scale scenario. And ultimately, you know, what comes of it? So then the only thing that you can hope for is that this human project thing from the ship tomorrow is real, and that these people are not out for power or out for a particular political message, that they're really just scientists who only care about trying to figure out what went wrong for the hope of humanity in the future. And you just have to, if you want to take anything positive away from the movie, you just have to hope that Julian was right and that that's true, and that these people are going to bring Key and baby Dylan up, and they're going to take care of them. And yeah, they're going to be experimenting on them, let's not forget that, but that they'll be doing it in a way that doesn't harm them and hopefully will be for the betterment of humanity, assuming it even exists. And you have to believe it exists. You have to hope, or else this movie is just total depression nightmare city. And you almost feel like Theo was the luckiest one in this scenario, in that he got to see the baby born. He got to get them out there. He got to protect Key, get them out of there. But then he died at that moment, so he can die with that hope in his heart. He's in that same scenario we as viewers are, where you just have to kind of hope that it all works out, and that the people that she goes to don't have a bunch of ulterior motives, and doesn't fall into the hands of anyone that would steal her baby or use her baby or hurt her or hurt the baby, and that there's any you just don't know. But again, that also goes back to what his friend was saying, the Michael Caine's character, which again, I'm still upset about that too. About the faith and chance, right? That we have to leave with faith that the good will come, and that Theo hopefully had that at the end when he died. He had lost it before when his child died, and now maybe this Dylan will give it back to him. That Julian had always kind of held out for a little bit of it through everything, and that's the only reason that they're there at all, because of her and her sacrifice, and the sacrifices of good people along the way. And I think that's the only other thing that you really can cling on to, right? Is the good people that you saw. Julian and Michael Caine's character, and Miriam and Mariska. All the people that helped them, and some who died helping them, just for the hope for the future. The fact that those people remain is what you have to cling on to, even in a scenario like this, that people who still have compassion and empathy for others above all. Oh, but I feel like I'm babbling and that I'm maybe not making a lot of sense, and I've been talking a long time, but there's just so much to talk about here. And I think I still have a lot to think about. There are a lot of scenes. Again, there was multiple, in terms of how it was filmed, there was multiple one-track shots that were insane. The acting was fantastic. The use of music, and not just music, but the sound effects in general, was fantastic. And there were some scenes that were incredibly emotionally frustrating, devastating. But in particular, the scene of everybody hearing the baby and seeing the baby for the first time, I think that's going to stick with me for a while. So I really appreciate you guys for recommending this to me, and all of you guys who've stuck around for me babbling through this whole thing, which has been long and probably not super coherent. I'm still kind of emotionally drained from this, but I really appreciate you guys too. If you have questions for me or thoughts about the movie, about the story, about anything that I said or anything that I missed, if you have recommendations for me for other things to watch in the future, any of that, please do leave it down below. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.